Got a little energy in the room here. That's great. So you ready for your week? Yes. Fantastic. Well, it's really great to see you. We're together at last. And it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 2018 Rotary International Assembly. Yes. You know, I had an incredible moment yesterday. I'm in the lobby of the hotel, and I'm seeing the district governor-elect's couple start arriving into the hotel. And I'm standing there with our CEO, John Hugo, and I turned to him and I said, well, here we go. And he said, you know, this reminds me of that YouTube video. I said, YouTube video? What YouTube video? He said, you know the one. The one where the bass player comes into a plaza with his own music by himself and starts playing beautiful music. And then a cellist comes and joins in. The bassoonists join them. And then the strings. The rest of the woodwinds. They're wearing regular clothes. They're ordinary people, and yet you start to hear the sound of an orchestra, a chorus, transforming the plaza. Beautiful music. And then another couple walks in the door. And I could almost hear the music begin as you're coming together to join for our year. You've come from every corner of the Rotary world. You've come to begin our journey together, which I could not even imagine 6 months ago. July 1st of this Rotary year, you and I, and all of Rotary thought someone else would be standing here tonight. President-elect Sam. Sam was a friend. Sam was a hero to the Rotarians in Africa. His brilliant smile, his gentle spirit was known and loved by everyone. He called himself an incorrigible optimist who believed in the goodness of the world and the power of Rotary to make it great. We're here to carry forward Sam's work, the work of Rotary, to carry forward the lessons that we've learned over the last few months. The lesson that the work of Rotary doesn't begin or end with any one of us. We've been given the responsibility to build from those who went before us, to build a solid foundation for those who will come in the future, by serving effectively, by serving efficiently, keeping accountability, keeping our transparency, and changing lives in as many ways as possible, in significant and lasting ways. Our job is to ensure that Rotary continues to provide the best experience to our members. We must continue to make sure our organization is growing. We must continue to be sure that we are being useful to the world, not only this year and next, but beyond our time in Rotary and beyond our time on Earth. We've been entrusted with these tasks. Indeed, it's these ideas that have inspired our new vision statement that describe the Rotary that we want to be. Together, We see a world where people unite to take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. We unite because we know that together we can do so much more than we can by ourselves. We take action because we're not just dreamers, but we're doers. We're people of action. We create lasting change for the good of the world that will endure long after our involvement has ended. We create change across the globe and in our communities as we're reaching out to help those who we will never meet and those who are closest to our hearts. And we make change in ourselves, perhaps the most important of all. Mother Teresa once said that if you want to change the world, go home and love your family. Sure. Because change starts within ourselves and then moves outward. This is powerful. We need to take this to heart because we want to be taking care of our organization, our family. We all know that our membership has hovered around 1.2 million members for the last 20 years. We haven't grown our membership, and our members are getting older. We have many clubs in our organization that have no knowledge or no motivation to have an impact. We have clubs that don't know the global level of work that Rotary does. We have clubs that don't know our programs or our foundation. They don't even know how to get involved. We are a membership organization. And if we want to be able to serve, if we want to be able to succeed, then we have to take care of our members. Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that? And your job isn't to fix every problem for your clubs on your own. You're here to inspire your clubs, to inspire your Rotarians, to want to do more, to want to change, to want to reach their potential. Your job is to motivate them, to help them move forward. As a Bahamian, the sea has always been something very special to me. The sea represents distance and represents connection. And when I stand on the edge of my island looking out over the sea, I imagine somebody in another island, another country, on the edge of their island, looking out over the sea. We may have different nations, different cultures, different languages, but the sea is the same. The sea gives us a sense of connection, a sense of inspiration, a sense of longing for something that's just out of reach. And yet, it's much closer than we think. I'm asking you to inspire your clubs and your Rotarians to do greater things, to do more than we've ever done before, to be more, to create something that goes way beyond us and what we do. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry put it, if you want to build a boat, don't start by collecting wood, cutting boards, and assigning tasks. Start by awakening in the soul of your workers the longing for the vast and boundless sea. Now, your job isn't to build a boat. Your job is to build a better world. To build a better world, you need to waken in the souls of your Rotarians their abilities, their potential, the longing that they have that's inside of each one of us. We don't begin by planning. We don't begin by assigning. We begin with inspiration. We begin by awakening in the souls of our Rotarians the longing for a better world and the knowledge that they can create it. I'm asking you to begin this evening together in this place with our theme for 2018-19, Be the Inspiration. I'm asking you to be inspired by our motto of service above self and to inspire others to action with your words, with your deeds, to inspire those to know that what we need today is to make Rotary stronger. Some of you ask, well, how do we inspire people? And for that, I ask you to make the radical leap to leadership. 4 elements. The first being love. Caring, empathy. You need to show that love to yourself, to your family, and to Rotarians. Second is energy, enthusiasm. We've got to be out there with our enthusiasm. When you go home and talk to your Rotarians, they've got to feel your passion for Rotary. Can you do that? Yeah. I also ask you to be audacious. Audacious being that challenge yourself with goals you didn't ever think you could do, but you probably can. And finally, show proof. Proof being that you lead by example. You can't stand before your Rotarians and ask them to do things that you have not done or would not do. Lead by example. I want to see Rotary be the inspiration for our communities, to have transformational impact, to do research on the real needs, to involve all of our participants. I want to see us build a stronger organization, to do a better job of telling our communities who we are, what we do, leveraging our social media so we can get our message out to all those who want to hear it. I'm asking you to work harder than ever to make sure that our Rotaract becomes a vital force in the world of Rotary. I want to see Rotaract double in size next year. You think we can do that? I want us to help our members to develop the skills that they need and develop the leadership ability so that we truly have long-term leadership and strong clubs. A club that is inspired is a club that will push forward to do the things we want them to do. We have to remove the barriers that may prevent them from doing that. We need to make it easier to start new clubs that suit the needs of the members. We need to help Rotaract clubs to start their own new Rotary clubs. Right now, they're leaving Rotary because they're not seeing a club they want to be a part of. They want their friends, their generation, to be together. If they start their own Rotary clubs, then they're going to transition to Rotary. I'm asking you also to keep our flexibility for the clubs so that we can create clubs that actually meet the needs of each one of our Rotarians. What are they looking for? What do they want from Rotary? Let's make sure the clubs find out what that is and they give it to them. Be flexible. All of us have had that thing in Rotary that has inspired us over the years. But the one that has inspired all of us and united us is polio eradication. And this is truly an exciting time to be part of Rotary as we follow what's happening with our eradication program. Each time there's a child contracting polio, it could be our last case. We all remember that 30 years ago, 350,000 people, mostly children, contracted polio every single year. 4 years ago, 359 children were paralyzed. 3 years ago, 74 children were paralyzed. 2 years ago, 37, and last year, 21 children were paralyzed. Today is the 14th of January, 2018. How many cases of polio have we had this year? Zero. This is the one number that has measured our progress for so many years. But it's not over. We have to be sure that we are certified that the wild polio virus is no longer with us. We have to be sure that there is no wild polio virus in any river, in any sewer, or in any paralyzed child. And we have to make sure that we wait that at least 3 years to be sure that it's all gone. Then we can say, Rotarians, we have fulfilled our promise to the children. But during this time, we have to keep everything going. We have to continue to immunize 450 children every year. We have to continue the surveillance of any children who are paralyzed. We have to continue the surveillance of our water supplies. We have to maintain our labs in place. We have to maintain our staff and our infrastructure. If we don't do that, we risk it all. Do we want to risk it all? No, we don't. But I'd like that a little stronger. Do we want to risk it all? No. Thank you. This will be the end of one disease, but a new chapter in Rotary. A chapter where sustainability is front and center. Sustainability has become the watchword of Rotary because we want the good to last. We want our world to be better, not just here, not just for us, for everyone, for generations. If we really mean that, if we really care about what the world looks like in 10, 20, 50, 100 years, then we have to take the difficulties in our world and the realities in our world seriously. Pollution, environmental degradation, and climate change have had serious impact on our 6 areas of focus. Environmental pollution has been responsible for 1.7 million child deaths every year. 4 billion people have water scarcity at least 1 month out of every year. And that'll just get worse as the world gets warmer. I live in a country where 80% of our land is within 1 meter of sea level. It's projected that by the year 2100, the sea level will rise by 2 meters. That means my country will be gone in 50 years. That means countries in the Caribbean and coastal areas around the world will be gone in 50 years. So I'm asking you to be the inspiration to move Rotary from reaction to action, to take a hard look at the environmental issues that affect our health and our welfare, to do what we can to make a difference. Sustainable service means looking at everything as part of a larger system, as part of a larger global ecology. It means helping to build stronger and more resilient communities. It means doing everything that we can to make sure that the good we do now is leading to better lives tomorrow and beyond. So I'm asking you to be the inspiration in your clubs, in your districts, to show them what we can do, what we can be. To be the inspiration to your countries, to your communities, by coming together, taking action to create lasting change. I'm asking you to be the inspiration because together we will inspire the world. And I thank you for everything you're going to do to make our world a better place next year. Thank you. Thank you.